The nuances of elections that are across the ocean, we feel doesn't have a lot of relevance perhaps directly to us, but it is very interesting and certainly intentional that both President Trump and President Obama are speaking out about the coming election that we are seeing this weekend in France, at least the first round. Mark, your thoughts?
Sure. Well, there are definitely some parallels. And first, I think President Trump is absolutely right that this could have an impact on the election. Le Pen is running as an outsider who's challenging the establishment. The French are arguably very upset with the establishment. There have been, in the last 2 years, since January 2015, 230 people killed in terrorist attacks in France, in Paris and in Nice, multiple attacks in Paris. And now, as you pointed out with Congressman King, they knew about this guy. He might have even been trying to buy weapons from a jihadi. He was on the police radar, and they didn't stop him. So that's got to be helpful to Marine Le Pen, who's running both as an outsider and as having taken the toughest line on jihadism. At the same time, Trump has to be careful not to embrace Le Pen too much, because she is effectively all of the things that caricatures that the left has of Donald Trump, she actually is. They say that Trump is in collusion with Russia. We now know that that's not the case. In fact, he's taking a very tough line with Russia as president. She took $12 million from a Russian bank, Kremlin-backed Russian bank, and she did it right after endorsing the Russian annexation of Crimea. So she actually is in collusion with Vladimir Putin, where Donald Trump was not. And so I think he needs to separate himself a little bit from her, would be the smart thing to do.